Hey, what's up there? Noldy here. So there has been speculations and misinformation regarding the 5G. So today we'll be talking about the 5G, eliminating some conspiracy theories that are going on out there about the 5G, and while at it, give you guys some information and insights on how 5G works and operates. So without further ado, let's get started. So what is 5G really? 5G is basically a fifth generation of mobile networks or cellular network. There was a 4G, a 3G, 2G and 1G. So that G represents a generation in the mobile network. So every time they boost the performance and coverage and speed on the cellular network or mobile network, they give it a new standard. So it started with 1G, then became 2G, that's for second generation. 3G, that was for third generation. It went up to H+, I think. And then 4G, LTE, that was the fourth generation. And now we have the 5G, which is raising a lot of questions because it's a bit different and trickier. So here's how 5G works. 5G, just like any other cellular network or mobile communication, is a communication network where the last link is wireless. The network is distributed over land areas called cells, and each of these cells is served by one transmitter which is fixed on a specific location. They call them transceiver. So just like any other cellular network, 5G uses a system of cell sites that divides their territory into sectors and send encoded data through radio waves. Each cell sites must be connected to a network backbone, whether through a wired or wireless backhaul connection. 5G networks use a type of encoding called OFDM, which is similar to the encoding that 4G LTE uses, but the air interface is designed for much lower latency and greater flexibility than LTE though. With the same airwaves as 4G, the 5G radio system can get up to 30% better speeds thanks to the more efficient encoding. The crazy gigabit speeds you hear about are because 5G is designed to use much larger channels than 4G. While most 4G channels are 20 MHz bonded together up to 160 MHz at a time, 5G channels can be up to 100 MHz, with Verizon using as much as 800 MHz at a time. That's a much broader highway, but it also requires larger clear blocks of airwaves than were available for 4G. So that's where the higher short distance millimeter wave frequencies come in. While lower frequencies are occupied by 4G, by TV stations, satellite firms, and by military and others, there had been a huge amount of essentially unused higher frequency available in the US, for instance. So carriers could easily construct wide roads for higher speeds. So 5G is very powerful, it's very fast, but it cannot go over long range. These millimeter wave frequencies cannot travel long distances and can be blocked by almost anything. Buildings, trees, anything can block them and reduce their efficiency. The concern that comes to people about 5G is that it uses a higher frequency compared to the regular mobile network frequencies like the 4G, the 3G, 2G and even 1G. So since 5G uses a higher frequency, people tend to be scared and link this thing to many conspiracy theories that are out there. So people are concerned about their health. People are speculating that these things can cause potential damage to the body, to their health. Some people think it causes cancer, and these things can help spread the going on pandemic. And even if it doesn't spread, then it weakens your immune system. So when you actually get infected, you're not able to recover, you just perish. But all of these claims are of course false. These people claim that 5G uses radio waves that are harmful to human beings. Now radio waves are of course a form of electromagnetic waves, and these fall under the non-ionizing spectrum. If you look at the electromagnetic spectrum right here, you can see the radio waves fall below the visible spectrum in the electromagnetic waves, and these are known as non-ionizing electromagnetic waves. So in the non-ionizing part, on the left part of the visible spectrum, you can see there's extremely low low frequency that includes AM frequencies, and you can see radio waves like FM and TV broadcasting falls after that. Then after that there's cell phones, there's radar, there's TV remote which uses infrared waves, and when you get to the visible spectrum you get a light bulb. Now right after the light bulb, the sun itself, apart from emitting visible light, it emits ultraviolet light. After that light bulb, that's where things start getting interesting. You see, this type of waves, ionizing waves, can harm your body and penetrate through surfaces. The higher they go, the shorter the distance of their travel. So you can see like X-ray machines can penetrate deeper, but then they have shorter wavelength, like gamma radiations. These also are extremely lethal and dangerous. They also have a shorter wavelength. Cell phones fall under the boundary of radio waves and microwaves. And if you look at that, it's non-ionizing, which means radio waves can penetrate, but they don't cause any harm whatsoever because they don't have much power to penetrate deeper into your skin. Microwaves, on the other end, can penetrate about 1 centimeter into your skin, but they have such a low power that they just become harmless. So looking at this, you're better off being scared of the light bulb or the sun rather than being scared of the 5G network or mobile networks or radio waves. And that being said, they cannot affect your health or spread the pandemic or boost the spread of pandemic in any way. So it's insane the way people are raising these suspicions. These are of course unproven, and no one has evidence of how this thing can actually spread the pandemic. So unless you have proof for something, you cannot state it as fact and start to share it with people as common knowledge. It has gone as far as people starting to burn the transmitters of the mobile communication networks. So people don't even know what they're destroying here. I mean, most of the transmitters that are getting burned or these people are destroying out there in the streets are actually 3G and 4G transmitters. So they're actually slowing down the common or regular mobile network coverage in their areas. How typical. So people, unless you have proof for something, don't call it a fact and start going crazy about it, about all these crazy theories and conspiracies that are going around. I mean, there are a lot of them, and the situation is only getting worse unless people actually open their eyes and see this thing for what it is. Technology is great, and just like technology is advancing, 5G is part of the technology. It's a network in progress. It's a 5th generation network, and of course it's advancing. The goal of technology since the very first time was to simplify things, making them easier to do and use less time while doing it. So 5G would speed up the internet, and it will simplify the way we use our internet and transmit data in faster speeds than ever. So if you wanted to buy a 5G device or there's 5G installation in your city, don't be scared. This thing is more harmful than a light bulb. Literally, the frequency in the electromagnetic spectrum of the light bulb is higher than that of 5G or of any other mobile network for that matter. So if you're not scared of a light bulb, you shouldn't be scared of 5G. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I really did some research on this one, and drop a comment below on which topic we should cover next. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like it and share it with your friends. If you hate my stupid face, the dislike button works too, but it is strongly associated with karma, so I wouldn't advise you to use that. Why am I even telling you about that? Don't use it. Thanks a ton for watching. Subscribe to the channel, join the family. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.